Next topic I'd like to mention is grouping files. Your project may contain as many categories or subcategories as you need to categorize your drawings. So it's even possible to have folders within folders. Let's take a look at how we do that. Let's go ahead to our section that says Plant 3D Drawings. Let me go ahead and minimize that there for a second. And let's say that we're going to add a new folder into here. So once you do a right click onto there, let's just go through that briefly. You'll do a right click on here and choose new folder. We'll go ahead and we'll call this a test folder. And then we'll see it's going to store in the default location that we've located in our project files. And it also shows us the template that we're going to use for any drawings created in this folder. Now, if you'd like a different template for creating those, then you can go ahead and choose from this tool right here or this button right here, and it'll take you to the template folder. Also, if you would like to be prompted every time that you use this folder for a template, go ahead and check off this prompt for template. I don't need to do that, so I'll just uncheck that and OK. And you'll see that now a test folder has been added here in alphabetical order into here. Now, let's just say, and if you expand it, you'll see there's nothing in it. If we wanted to locate this within another folder, let's say we wanted to bring it to here, if I drag it to area 6, you see the little arrow right there, then it's going to drag that folder within area 6. But I don't really need it to be within area 6, so I'm just going to drag it out and leave it out here. Okay, so now it's going to be within there. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that it's also going to show up in your Windows Explorer. So let's take a quick peek at the Windows Explorer. And you'll see that within here we have the test folder. This is my sample project. If I go into the Plant 3D Models, I'll see that I have a test folder right there. Now, going back here, you can see that I'm going to open up this folder again. If you wanted to change the name of this folder, you can rename it. So let's just go ahead and rename folder. And let's just say it's test folder 1. So now you see it shows up as test folder 1 here. Let's go on to the Windows Explorer file again. And you're going to see it still says test folder. So I'm kind of pointing that out to show you that what goes on in here is not necessarily linked to over here. So changes that you make within the project manager are not going to be reflected in the Windows Explorer folder. So you want to be aware of that, because you can also remove folders from here. So if I say remove this folder, now you see it is gone. It's only removed from the project. If you go back to Windows Explorer, you're going to see test folder still resides in there. So be aware of that the changes that you make in the project manager with drawings or folders, whether it's renaming them or removing them, are not going to be done in the Windows Explorer. They're not going to show up there as well. So you want to make sure that you make those necessary changes. In other words, they don't sync together. Okay, so let's take a look at a folder. We're going to go ahead and make one more folder here. And I'll just call it, I like to capitalize these, test 2. We'll keep all the, and I just wanted to bring that up just to show you that you also have a properties here. So within the properties, you can change the folder name, and you can also make changes that you were, whenever you created it, you can redo these again. So if I want to call that test folder, now I can change that name back to test folder. So that's just a few things discussing things that you can do with building folders within folders, or anything that you need to do to further organize your project.